Alright, I get it. I have not uploaded a proper video in this past weeks. Don't come at me. But fear not, I have made a yapping video for y'all, and I got art to share. Are you guys proud of me? Anyways, I hope y'all enjoy the video with my yapping. Okay, so I don't know how to start, but I'll go with whatever comes across my mind. Firstly, I should probably be transparent about things I've been working on in terms of content. So, the Blade Bloodline series has a new segment currently in the works, and I'm honestly excited to write about it. I have hinted about it on my Instagram too. Obviously, I won't be sharing what it's about because, spoilers, but what I can say is that I've planned for it to be entirely different in comparison to the previous segments. Maybe entirely different is a big stretch, but you guys get it, right? I'm still coming up with ideas for it in my drafts. Some may be included, some might not, but we'll see. I really want to try my best to make this series interesting and unique to the best of my abilities, mostly for the sake for creativity but for fun as well. To be honest, I'm kind of surprised I'd make it this far, since I used to have so many complications with writing and storytelling. I still do, but I'm working on it to be better, haha. Another thing I enjoy about this series is the support of it all. It makes me happy knowing people actually enjoy my work. It gets me excited whenever I see fan art too. I really appreciate y'all. I also love hearing your guys' headcanons and interpretation of the series and characters. I find it fun to think about. My main focus is my series right now, but I'll be doing my best to post artwork on my Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok if any of you are curious. I have a link tree on my profile for you guys. Also for the speed paint cover videos of my series, I apologize if it's boring or anything. I'm hoping my artwork and writing can at least compensate for that. Though the idea of making an animated movie would be amazing. It might take a while, but I think it'd be cool. I haven't gotten to that point yet, sadly, haha. Speaking about focusing on things, I do want to mention something about the way I've been working. Since I've been making content for a good 2 to 3 years, I'm realizing that I've spent a hefty amount of my time online, especially when it comes to how often I made videos, which would be nearly every day. I remember I couldn't bear lasting more than a day not making anything to post, which I think put me in a rabbit hole of posting daily without considering what I really want to do, but mainly, considering my health. So recently, I've been focusing more on myself than making content. Not that my series and other things aren't important, I just need to help myself. I don't know how long this schedule will last, but it'll probably be a thing for a while, maybe until I'm able to function well enough to make something every day. I'm hoping this may answer any questions you guys had. If not, feel free to drop them in my comments. I'll answer to the best of my ability. Anyway, besides content and my upload complications, maybe it'd be fun to share some fun facts about my series characters. Originally, this was gonna be part of a scrapped video where I drew every Blade family member on my Nintendo DS, but that video took up too much of my storage, and I don't think I could do that again. I'll start with Athos and make my way from there. What I like about his designs is that he's the only one with a concept design, which looks entirely different compared to what he looks like now. He originally didn't have horns, but instead had a piglin mask with tied-up hair, with his body covered in a cloak. Honestly, I'm glad that never became an official design, cause it was ugly as hell. And do I plan to include that concept? Nope. Another small fact about him is that he's not amazingly fluent in English, since his first language is Greek. So oftentimes he'll speak in his native language. I can't blame him though, as an English speaker, I hate it sometimes lol. Next up for Serenity. This one may shock some of you guys. Serenity wasn't originally in the Blade family series when I first published it. He was added in much later after I made a TikTok that joked about Athos' sexual orientation and a bunch of people wanted me to give him a husband. But I'm glad he's in the series. Lots of people like him, and it makes me happy. As for Sherman and Sir Billiam, or Jonathan, should I say, I don't have many fun facts about either of them, but a silly one that has been a prominent thing is their brotherly fights. Since my series mostly focuses on the conflict, I try to bring in some moments between characters. One of my favorite things while I wrote the segments were the interactions between Sherman and Jonathan. Yeah, they've grown up and all, but one thing they'll never grow out of is their random bickering. Trying to imagine their silly fights makes me giggle sometimes. Sadly, I don't have anything to say about Daphne, George, and Hamilton William, but I'll be glad to hear your guys' headcanons about them. I'll skip onwards. As for Demetrius, when I first started writing his portion, I liked the idea of him being an incredibly strong warrior and passing his knowledge on to Alex as he got older. Although Demetrius doesn't have much action, I still tried to make him relevant, with his nature-like powers and all. Also, I didn't realize this until I finished writing his introduction section, but the convenience of his name relating to Earth and nature and his powers also having that same theme caught me off guard. But I found that interesting that my unintentional writing worked out. Now finally, for Alex. Though I don't have much to say, something I like to think about is that Alex would often look up to his ancestors and work hard to be like them. This probably isn't much of a fun fact, maybe a mix, but just an idea. I suppose that's all I could say about the Blade family. Hopefully that was interesting, haha. I don't know what else to yap about, so I think I'll just be rambling for the remainder of the video. Whenever I select my text-to-speech voice for my videos, I'm always bombarded by the most random selection of voices I never thought would exist, and I find it so hilarious. Like, what do you mean Alistair from Has-Been Hotel is there? And since these models are AI-generated, it kills me from how odd they look. There's more off-brand looking selections of characters, which makes this, in a way, unhinged, but I do love making fun of them. I couldn't imagine myself sounding robotic, to be honest. I think it would creep me the hell out. Ow. I do kinda wanna share some fun facts about myself. Fun facts again? Let's go. Some of you probably think I draw pretty often in my free time, but I actually don't. Instead, I just paint. The only time I do draw is for a video. For me, I find it less boring to paint than draw. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'd hope so. While I do paint often, I prefer to keep that stuff private. Sorry if that disappointed anyone who wanted to see my paintings. Recently, I've been trying to sketch more, whether it's for a painting or a video, but occasionally, I sketch whenever I'm making character designs for my series. But then I just find myself using digital media to make the designs, since it's simpler. Another thing about me is that I'm kinda humble. While I love to joke about being better than everyone and make sarcastic remarks, I generally dislike flaunting my skills. To me, I'm afraid of falling into the mindset of being an egotistical person, or like someone who wants to be praised constantly. Oh, and I'm sure you guys probably have seen content creators being so obsessed over their views or subscriber count. That kind of behavior just makes me feel uncomfy, hence why I'm actually grateful to have the number of followers I have. And honestly, I barely pay attention to my follower count. I just make content for the hell of it and have fun with it. To me, that's what matters most. As long as I'm having a good time, and people like what I do, then I would be chilling. Thanks so much for watching and waiting too. I apologize for the lack of uploads, but I hope they're still entertaining. The drawing results will be posted on my Instagram, so go check them out and follow. See you guys next time, bye.